725. It's 126. Here. I'll take up order and degree first. First one, question 1, seventh part. You have been asked to find the order and degree of the same. Now remember, to find order and degree, you will have to first write the equation which is free of negative index or fractional index. Here, there is no negative index, there is no minus sign and no fractional index. So when the D is written free of negative or fractional index, we can write the order and degree. Order is what? It is the highest order derivative present in the D. What is the order of this derivative? First order. What is the order of this derivative? Third order. So order is 3. Third order derivative. And degree is what? Degree is the power of the highest order derivative. So degree is 1. So order is 3, degree is 1. Order is 3, degree is 1. Next. Question 1, the 8th part. Here. If you observe here, you have fractional index 2 by 3. To get rid of this fractional index, you have to take the third power on both the sides. When you take the third power on both the sides, it would be, see, this is fractional index. Take the third power on both the sides. You will get 1 plus dy by dx cube raised to 2 by 3, the whole cube equal to 8 cube into d cube y by dx cube, the whole cube. Now, these two would get cancelled. You are left with this. So here, remember, you are left with 1 plus dy by dx, the whole square. And this is 8 cube, which is 512. This is d cube y by dx cube, the whole cube. Now, which is the highest order derivative here? D cube y by dx cube. So that is the highest order derivative, that is 3. And degree is the power of this highest order derivative. So that is also 3.
So where did the 3 of dy by dx go?
3 of dy by dx go. It is there itself. Yeah. It should be 3 and this should be square. But it doesn't matter because here, even if you expand it, this would remain dy by dx itself. So we have to be, we are concerned only with the highest order derivative, that is d cube y by dx cube. I made that calculation mistake here, or maybe I can say writing mistake over there. Next one, have you followed it?
Sir.
Yeah. Next, come to question number 2, the 8th part. Order and degree. This is d cube y by dx cube raised to 1 by 6 is equal to 9. Take the 6th power. Yeah, before I forget, there were 2 sums in definite integration, application of definite integration, where I made a mistake in interpreting the question. Both the questions were wrong. They were given in the sheet. That is question number 6 and 7, the ones which we did towards the last 2 sums. Both the questions were wrong. I corrected it and I put one more video in the on the server. So you can just go through it. Now, when you take the sixth power here, this would be d cube y by dx cube raised to, this would become 1, and this is 9 raised to 6. Now, if you observe here, the highest order derivative is 3 and its order is 1. So, order is 3, degree is 1. Next, come to question number 3, the seventh part. Here, if you observe, the highest order derivative is d cube y by dx cube. So, order is 3 and the power of this highest order derivative is 1. So, degree is 1. This is about the order and degree part, that is exercise 1. Now I move on to exercise 2, where you have to get rid of the different constants. Here, question number 4, the eighth part, y is c1 plus c2x into e raised to x. There are two ways to solve it. One is, first of all, you have to find the solution of the d. First part is where you take this over here and write y upon e raised to x and solve it. You would get the equation in terms of d square y by dx square, because when you derivate it for the first time, c1 would become 0. When you derivate it for the second time, c2 would disappear. Now, how do you solve this? Here, you can take it over to the left side. You'll get e raised to minus x into y equal to c1 plus c2x. When you derivate it for the first time, you will get derivative of e raised to minus x into dy by dx plus you would get y into derivative of e raised to minus x equal to derivative of c1 is 0 and this is c2. Now, what is derivative of e raised to minus x? It is e raised to minus x into derivative of minus x, that is minus 1, derivative of c2. Sorry, this is c2. Now, here, when you differentiate for the second time, this would become e raised to minus x into derivative of dy by dx plus dy by dx into derivative of e raised to minus x minus, when I take derivative of y into e raised to minus x, I'll have to solve it by u into v, and derivative of c2 is 0. Now, this would be e raised to minus x d square y by dx square. This is plus dy by dx. Derivative of e raised to minus x is e raised to minus x into derivative of minus x is minus 1. This is y into derivative of e raised to minus x is e raised to minus x into derivative of minus x is minus 1 plus e raised to minus x into dy by dx equal to 0. Now, this would be e raised to minus x d square y by dx square minus e raised to minus x dy by dx. Then here I'll get plus y e raised to minus x, and here I'll get minus e raised to minus x dy by dx equal to 0. Now, when I take both of them here, I'll get e raised to minus x d square y by dx square. I'll get minus 2 e raised to minus x dy by dx, and I'll get plus y e raised to minus x equal to 0. Now, when I divide both sides by e raised to minus x, I would be getting d square y by dx square minus 2 dy by dx plus y equal to 0. This is the solution of the DE. Can someone verify the answer? This is one from exercise 8.2. Question number 1, the third part. Exercise 8.2, question number 1, the third part. If someone can verify the answer, well and good. Otherwise, I'll move on to the next question.
Sir, it's correct.
Yeah, thank you. Who is that, Kevin? Question number 4, the seventh part. X square plus y square equal to 2ax, and you have only one constant here, that is a. How do you solve it? You'll have to differentiate only once because there's only one constant here. When you differentiate for the first time, you get derivative of x square is 2x. When you derivate y square, you get 2y into dy by dx. Here you will get 2a into derivative of x, that is 1. Now you can differentiate only once. So you will substitute 2a in the first one. From 1 and 2, we get x square plus y square equal to, what is 2a here? 2x plus 2y dy by dx into x. So x square plus y square equal to 2x square plus 2xy dy by dx. This goes over there, it becomes x square plus 2xy dy by dx minus y square equal to 0. Can someone verify the answer?
It's correct.
Correct. Okay. Now, here also you have only one constant, differentiate with respect to x only once. So you get 2x. Here you will get 4 outside. Derivative of y square is 2y dy by dx is equal to 4 into derivative of b square, that is 0. So you get 8y dy by dx equal to, or I can say I'll divide by 2. So I'll get x plus 4y dy by dx equal to 0. Oh, sorry, this is, yeah, x plus 4y dy by dx equal to 0. Can someone verify this answer?
Yes, sir, it's correct.
Correct. So this is from exercise 8.2. Next, come to exercise 8.3. Here, there are 3 ways to find the solution of a D. Now, the first way is where you separate x and y. separate x and y, and then solve it individually. You integrate both the sides individually. So here, type 1, variable separation method. Question number 4, the fourth part. X dx plus 2y dy is equal to 0, and they have asked you to find the solution for the dE. That means you have to find it in terms of x and y. Solution. So here, how do you find? This is in terms of dx and dy, and you have to find in terms of x and y without this dx and dy term. Now, first separate the two terms. Here x is with dx, y is with dy, and the terms are in the numerator. So you can integrate the two. X dx plus 2 y dy equal to integration of 0. So that is 0. What is integration of x? It is x square by 2. What is integration of y? It is y square by 2. And this would be constant, equal to some constant. So this is x square plus 2y square equal to twice of some constant, or I can say it is constant. So this is the variable separation method. This is how you find the solution. For those who want to access the revision lectures, just contact Muskan ma'am. She'll guide you with the procedure. Those who have missed the revision lectures, contact Muskan ma'am. She'll guide you through the procedure. Next, come to question number 6 of question number 4. Question number 4, 6th subpart. dy by dx equal to x square y plus y. Now, here you can separate x and y. How would you separate x and y? dy by dx is y common x square plus 1. Now take y down here. dy by y equal to x square plus 1 into dx. Integrate both the sides. What is dy by y? That is log y is equal to, what is the integration of x square? It is x cubed by 3. What is the integration of 1? It is x, and this is plus c. So this is the answer. It would be great if someone can let me know if the solution is right.
So it is correct.
Yeah, thank you. Question 4, this is the 6th part. Next. Question number 4, the 5th part. X square minus yx square dy plus y square plus xy square dx equal to 0. I'll first try and segregate the x and y terms. I'll bring x and dx together. I'll bring y and dy together. So what I can do over here is I can take x square common. I'll get 1 minus y dy plus y square common. I'll get 1 plus x dx equal to 0. Divide this by x square both sides. You would get 1 minus y upon x square, and here to x square and x square gets cancelled. Now this would be 1 minus dy plus y square into 1 plus x upon x square dx equal to 0 upon x square. Then next you divide both by y square. So you would get here this upon y square, or rather I'll say I'm dividing both sides by x square y square. So here this gets cancelled, here this gets cancelled. Now if you see, you have brought in dy term here with y here. dx term here with x here. So integrate it. You get 1 upon y square dy minus y upon y square dy. And here you get plus 1 upon x square dx plus x upon x square. So it is 1 upon x dx equal to integration. This is 0. Now what is 1 upon? This would be 1 upon x square plus 1 upon x here. That is x upon x square. 1 gets cancelled. Now 1 upon y square is minus 1 upon y. Here this is log y. Here this is minus 1 by x plus log x equal to constant. Now if you observe here, this is log x minus log y. So I can write it as log x upon y. And here I'll get minus 1 upon x minus 1 upon y equal to constant. Can someone verify the answer for this? This is also from this exercise itself, exercise 8.3 itself. Exercise 8.3, question number 1, the third part. This is all variable separation method where you can separate y and x.
So they have given log x minus log y is equal to 1 upon x plus 1 upon y plus c.
Yeah, so that means they have
Yeah.
taken this 1 upon x and 1 upon y to the other side. Doesn't matter. So it is right. Okay. Similarly, question number 5, the first part. Here, remember they have given the values of x and y, x equal to 2, y equal to 0. It is better you take a printout of this so that you can keep ticking it to know which all questions you have already covered. Now, here, this would be x common 1 minus y square. The moment I see that I can take x common, I know that I can take 1 minus y square to the right. Similarly, I can take y here, 1 plus x square dy. That means I can separate the two terms. How? When I divide, or if you are finding it difficult, you take it to the other side and then divide by the two terms. You'll understand it better. So here you can either write this as equal to after you take it over to the right hand side, and then you bring y over here, you bring x over here. So you will get 1 minus y square. Oh, sorry. This is dx and x. That should be in the numerator. X dx upon 1 plus x square. And here y dy. Dx and dy should be in the numerator so that you can integrate. Now integrate the two sides. This is linear, this is quadratic. Linear, this is quadratic. So you have to divide and multiply by 2 here. You get 2x upon 1 plus x squared dx, and here you get 1 upon minus 2. This is minus 2y dy, and this would be 1 minus y squared. Now, when I derivate it, this is f dash x, this is f of x. So numerator is the derivative of the denominator. So the answer is half log 1 plus x square. Here I'll get minus 1 by 2. Now this would be log 1 minus y square. Now since both are in terms of log, I'll get constant also in terms of log itself. Now I'll multiply throughout by 2. So I'll get log of 1 plus x square equal to minus 2 upon 2 is 1 minus log 1 minus y square, and I'll get plus 2 log c1, or I can say it is log c1 the whole square. Now when I bring this to the left, I get log 1 plus x square into plus log 1 minus y square equal to, I'll get log c1 square. Now this would be log of 1 plus x square into 1 minus y square is equal to log of c square or log of c. So I'll get here 1 plus x square into 1 minus y square equal to constant. This is the general solution. This is the general solution. Now, to get the particular solution, you will have to put in x and y value to get c. When x equal to 2, y equal to 0, you get 1 plus 4 into 1 minus 0 equal to c. So c is 5. Therefore, the particular solution is 1 plus x square into 1 minus y square equal to 5. This is the particular solution.
So in the fourth last step on the left side, you took to that side, right?
No, I multiplied throughout by 2.
Okay.
I multiplied both sides by 2. Followed?
Yes.
Next. Can someone verify the answer for this?
Sir, it's correct.
Correct. Okay. Thank you.
No, sir. So 1 minus x square it is given, and 1 minus y square is equal to 5.
For which sum? Is it for the
First one, fifth part first.
behind the answer is given as 1 minus?
X square and 1 minus y square.
Kevin, where did you check the answer from?
Sir, textbook.
Textbook. Okay. So you can correct it. Textbook, they have given it as 1 plus x square into 1 minus y square.
Okay, sir.
मैं ऐसा हर 5-5 मिनट में पूछते रहोगे मेरे को कहाँ जाओ क्यों Next, this was variable separation method. The second method is where you won't be able to separate the variable. In that case, you will have to use substitution. First of all, check whether it is homogeneous. You check whether it is homogeneous, and then you see how, if it is homogeneous, then you can use the substitution y equal to vx or y equal to ux. I'll come to those type of sums here. It is second type, homogeneous differential equations. Yeah, homogeneous differential equation. Now here, the power should be the same. For example, question number 5, the sixth part. You won't be able to separate x and y here. But if you observe here, you won't be able to separate x and y terms here. But if you observe here, the combined power is 2 here. The combined power is 2 here with the plus sign. When there is a plus sign, you take the same power for both. So here this is 2, this is 2. So the combined power is 2 here. This is y x multiplied. When you multiply it, the power gets added. 1 plus 1, 2. So here too the power is 2. So the combined power is 2 everywhere. So this is homogeneous differential equation. Now, since it is homogeneous differential equation, therefore, we take the substitution y equal to vx. Now, remember, I'm going to write this only once and show you what is y, or how do you go about the sum. Now, y equal to vx, differentiate with respect to x, you get dy by dx equal to v into derivative of x plus x into derivative of v. So what is v into derivative of x? It is 1. So this is v plus x dv by dx. Now, instead of dy by dx, I'll write v plus x dv by dx. Then y should be replaced with vx and x should be as it is. So these are all in terms of x and v. Now there is no y term. This is x square plus 2 into v square x square. If you have followed this, what I've done is I have substituted 2 in 1. When I substitute 2 in 1, I get this 2 and in fact even 3. This 2 and 3 in 1. Now always remember, when you form a D, first step would be where you cancel off those x square terms. So here, if you observe, this is v into x square into v plus x dv by dx. So this would be x square common. This is 1 plus 2v square. In the first step itself, x square would get cancelled. Now, after this step, you would be able to segregate the v and the x terms. How? This would be v square plus xv dv by dx equal to 1 plus 2v square. Now I take v square to the other side. I'll get xv dv by dx equal to 1 plus v square. Now I bring 1 plus v square over here. I'll get v dv upon 1 plus v square equal to dx upon x. I integrate both the sides. Now here, this is linear, this is quadratic. Derivative of denominator is the numerator. For that, I need to multiply and divide with 2. Here, this would be log x plus some constant. Now, this is linear, this is quadratic. So, derivative of denominator, that is log of denominator, is the answer. Now, since all are in terms of log, the constant would also be in terms of log. So, I'll write here log of some constant instead of C1. Now, when I multiply both sides by 2, I get log of 1 plus v square. 2 upon 2 gets cancelled. I'll get 2 log x plus log C2. I'll get here log 1 plus v square. I'll get log x square plus 2. Yeah, this would be 2 log C2. So this would be log of C2 square, or I'll say log of C. Now this would be log 1 plus v square equal to log of x square into constant. So 1 plus v square equal to x square into constant. Now after you write this, the final answer should be in terms of y and x. So replace v square with y square upon x square. You get this equal to x square into c. When you take the LCM, you will get x square plus y square upon x square equal to x square into constant. X square plus y square equal to x raised to 4 into constant. Can someone verify the answer for this? This is how you solve a DE, where it is homogeneous. This is homogeneous DE. Can someone verify the answer?
Yes, it's correct.
Correct, okay. Now, everywhere, this step would remain the same if it is homogeneous. And I'm going to take up all the homogeneous type of problems now, so I don't erase this particular part. As I said, you can always access the lecture over the recorded part, and then you can sit and ponder upon it. You can pause the video and you can ponder upon it. Next, come to question number 5, the 9th part. Y square dx plus xy plus x square dy is equal to 0. If you observe here, power is 2, combined power is 2, homogeneous. So this becomes homogeneous DE. Now our aim is to separate x and y, but we cannot separate x and y here. So what we'll do is we'll substitute this and then separate. So first step, what I'll do is I'll write this in terms of dy by dx so that I can substitute this here. So here I'll write xy plus x squared dy is equal to minus y squared dx, and in the next step I'll write dy by dx equal to minus y square upon xy plus x square. Now here I have dy by dx, which can be replaced with v plus x dv by dx. So from 1, 2 and 3, dy by dx gets replaced with v plus x dv by dx is equal to, this is y square, it becomes v square x square. This is x, this is vx, and this is x square. V plus x dv by dx equal to x square common. This is minus v square upon x square common. This is v plus 1. This and this gets cancelled. Now, next step, you take v to the other side. This becomes x dv by dx equal to minus v square upon v plus 1 minus v. Now, here I write this as x dv by dx. I have been able to separate x and v terms. Here minus v square minus v into v plus 1 divided by v plus 1. So this would be x into dv by dx equal to minus v square minus v upon v plus 1. So this would be x into dv by dx equal to minus 2v square minus v upon v plus 1. Now, when I segregate it, I'll get your dv is in the numerator itself. So I'll take v plus 1 here and I'll write minus, when I take common, I'll get 2v square plus v. So I'll write here 2v square plus v and I'll write here minus dx upon x. Now this becomes a slightly tedious problem. Here, this is linear, this is quadratic. You have two ways to solve it. First try, this is when this is linear, this is quadratic. Either you can solve it by partial fraction method or you can solve it using linear upon quadratic, where you have to get the numerator as a derivative of denominator. I would prefer getting the numerator as a derivative of denominator. This is 4v plus 1. Derivative is 4v plus 1. I need to be concerned only about this 4 term. So what I'll do over here is I'll multiply 4 here and I'll write this as 4v plus 4 upon 2v square plus v dv equal to minus, this is dx upon x. This is 4v plus 1. So I'll get 4v plus 1 over here plus 3 upon 2v square plus v. And this is minus dx upon x. So this is minus log x plus some constant. Now, I take these two separate. So I would be getting 1 upon 4 here. I would be getting 4v plus 1 dv upon 2v square plus v. Then here plus 3 upon 4. I'll get integration of dv upon, I'll get v common, 2v plus 1 is equal to minus log x plus some constant. Then here if you observe, this is the derivative of the denominator. So I'll get here log of 2v square plus v. I'll get here 1 by 4 log of 2v square plus v as the first term. Then here I write this as 3 by 4. If you observe here, the powers are the same. So first I'll multiply with 2 and get 2v over here. So I'll write here 3 into 2 here, so that I have dv upon 2v into v plus 2v plus 1, 2v into 2v plus 1, and this is minus log x plus c1. Now if you observe, this and this have the same power. When they have the same power, I'll split the numerator in terms of the denominator. So what do I get over here? This would be 1 by 4 into log 2v square plus v. Here I'll get 6 by 4. I'll write here 2v plus 1 minus 2v, and I'll write here 2v into 2v plus 1 dv is equal to minus log x plus some constant. Now when I split it, I'll get 1 by 4 into log, I'll get 2v square plus v plus 6 by 4. I'll get 2v plus 1 dv upon 2v into 2v plus 1 minus, I'll get 6 upon 4 into 2. This is 2v upon 2v into 2v plus 1 dv, and this would be minus log x plus some constant. Now one of these terms get cancelled in each one of them, and I get 1 upon 4 into log 2v square plus v. Here I'll get 6 by 4, 1 upon 2v. So if I take 2 out, it is log of v. Then here minus 6 upon 4. This is log 2v plus 1. I treat it as v divided by 2. This is equal to minus log x plus some constant. Now, since all are in terms of log, I can write this also in terms of log. So here I'll multiply throughout by 8. When I multiply throughout by 8, I get 2 log 2v square plus v. I get 6 log v. I'll get is minus 6 log 2v plus 1 is equal to minus 8 log x, and here plus 8 log c2. Now this goes up, it becomes log of 2v square plus v the whole square plus 6 log v. So this would be log v square, sorry, log v raised to 6. This would be minus, so minus log 2v plus 1 raised to 6, and this would be minus log x raised to 8, and here I'll get plus 8 log c2. I'll take it as log c. Now this would be, when I take v common, I'll get log of, I'll get v common, so it would be v square into 2v plus 1 square upon this one 2v plus 1 raised to 6, and I'll get v raised to 6. This would be minus log x raised to 8. So it would become plus log x raised to 8 equal to some constant log c. Now here, this is 2v plus 1 square, this is 2v plus 1 raised to 6. So this would become log of that v square, and v raised to 6 would get cancelled. So you would get 1 upon 2v plus 1 raised to 4, and here you will get v raised to 4. Here you will get x raised to 8 is equal to log c. Now this v can be replaced by y by x, so you will get log of, in fact you can take off log, you will get x raised to 8 upon 2 y by x. The only dirty problem in this particular topic, and that has been put here, y by x raised to 4, and this would be equal to log of, this is c. Now this is x raised to 8 upon 2y plus x raised to 4. Here x raised to 4. This is y raised to 4 upon x raised to 4. And this is equal to constant. This goes up. It becomes x raised to 8. This is x raised to 16 upon 2y plus x raised to 4 into y raised to 4 equal to constant. Now you can take square root, fourth root on both the sides. So that would give you, when you take fourth root on both the sides, you would get here x raised to 4 upon 2y plus x into y equal to c. I'll write here, this is c2, this is c2, therefore I'll write here c2, and then fourth root would give me c. Can someone verify the answer here? Verify this from the textbook. The answer given in the textbook had been corrected. I had given this answer in the digest. I had asked you to look at this answer, look for this answer. This is question number, I don't have the textbook right now with me. Can someone verify the answer? This is the question from the textbook. See the answer from the digest and verify it. Someone verify the answer from the digest. Anyone, can you verify the answer? Anyone? Does anyone have the textbook? Can anyone verify it, or should I move forward without waiting for whether the answer is right or wrong? Does anyone have still the sensation to speak, or has everyone lost it? Anyone there who can speak out? Kevin?
Sir, in textbook they have given.
Not in textbook, the digest. See the digest part.
Sir, I don't have digest.
I had given, okay, digest you don't have, okay.
So what question is it in the textbook?
Can Kevin tell which question is it in the textbook?
8.4 second question.
8.4 second question. Just check it, Mika.
So 1 minute.
Yeah.
So they have given two answers.
What is that? They have they might have said that one answer is wrong. The one in the,
So they have given this answer can also be given as follows, and they have given two answers.
have they given this answer?
No, it's not the same.
What is the answer given?
So one answer is this is log x plus 1 by 4 log 2y square plus xy upon x square plus 3 by 4 log y upon x plus 2y.
No, that is not possible. I think they would have written it there. That is not possible.
Sir, and then below that they have given answer in the textbook is wrong.
Yeah, what have they given? What answer have they given?
So this is question number 2, right? Of 8.4.
You can check the question now. It is on the in the digest. They don't just give the answer. They give even the question.
Yes, sir, but the question is erased now.
Okay, so you don't have the sheet as such. So this is y square into dx plus xy plus x square dy.
Yes, sir. So
Is
for
this the
that they
question?
have given this is the general. Whatever I spoke right now, that was a general solution.
Yeah, what is the general solution?
Log x plus 1 by 4 log 2y square plus xy upon x square plus 3 by 4 log y upon x plus 2y.
I did it 2 days back and someone told me this answer is correct. They would have checked it from somewhere. I wonder where you are speaking this answer from. Can you see?
So
Can
I'm speaking from the digest.
digest?
Yes.
Can you see the steps as such? Like, have they got till here? Have they got till here?
Yes, yes.
Have they got it?
Yes, sir.
V plus 1
Sir,
upon
they
2.
have got. Sir, should I send a picture of this to you?
Yeah, send it to me.
Okay, sir.
Just one second.
So it is plus log v raised to 6. So shouldn't it be in the numerator and multiplied?
What? It should be?
The rightmost part first. Plus log v raised to 6.
This one.
Yeah.
Yes. It should have been v square into v raised to 6. So this part is correct. Now they have got v raised to 6 upon square. So this is 4v plus 4 upon, this is 1, this is 3 by 4. So this would be v into 2v plus 1, 2 here. This would be 6 by 4, this is 1 by 4. This is correct so far. When you multiply with 8, it becomes 8 log x. This is also correct. So this should be v raised to 8 into upon 2 plus 1 square upon 2v plus 1 raised to 6. So it should have been x x raised to 8 into, it would have been v raised to 8. So this would be x raised to 8 into y by x raised to 8. So y raised to 8 upon x raised to 8. These two get cancelled. Now you are left with y raised to 8 here. And that would give you 2y plus x raised to 4. This would be x raised to 4 into y raised to 8. When I take the fourth root, it would become x into y square. And this would become 2x plus y equal to c. Is this answer? Yes, this is the answer. Yes, this is the answer. I made a mistake here. This should have been v into v raised to 6. I took divided by v raised to 6. Just click a pic or you can take it from the recorded lecture. That is why I keep insisting on you to at least check verify the answer. Just 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Yeah. Question 5, the 10th one. Did I do this sum just now? At least speak that. Did I do this sum just now? Mika or Kevin, others are all dumb, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
No? Yeah. So here this is square, this is square, this is also of power 2, this is also of power 2. Now let y equal to vx, homogeneous. This is homogeneous. So therefore let y equal to vx, you get dy by dx equal to v plus x dv by dx. Now what you need to do is first,
So other than this, we can't use any other method, right?
no, you cannot use any other method. When this is homogeneous, you will use this method, substitution method. Okay, so here x square into dy by dx is v plus x dv by dx, and in case you're using homogeneous equation expression, x square would get cancelled in the first two steps itself. This is x square plus y, this would become x vx, and now minus v square x square. I take x square common, I'll get v plus x dv by dx. I'll get here x square common, I'll get 1 plus v minus v square. X square and x square get cancelled. When I take v to the other side, I get x dv by dx equal to 1 minus v square. I bring this over here, I'll get dv upon 1 minus v square equal to dx by x. Integrate both the sides. This is 1 minus v square here. So a square minus x square. Now it is 1 upon 2a log 1 upon 2a into log a plus x upon a minus x. So this would be log 1 plus v upon 1 minus v, and this would be log x plus log of some constant. I took log because when you have log in all the other terms, you take even constant as in terms of log. Now this would be, when I multiply with 2 on both the sides, I'll get log 1 plus v upon 1 minus v equal to 2 log x plus log c. Here I'll get log of 1 plus v upon 1 minus v equal to log x square into constant. This would be, this is y by x. So I cancel log from both the sides. I'll get y by x here. I'll get y by x here. This is x square into constant. Now this would be x plus y upon x minus y upon x. These two get cancelled. This is x square into c. So this is the solution. Can anyone verify this? Yeah, by anyone, I mean only two of you. So anyone out of you two, can you verify it?
That's correct.
Yeah. Because I believe others are afraid to even speak during Corona days. So. Can you verify it?
Yes, sir, it's correct.
Correct? Yeah. Question 10, the second part, dy by dx plus x minus 2y upon 2x minus y, it is equal to 0. They've asked you whether to find the to solve the differential equation. Now if you see, this is linear, power 1 combined power 1. This is also power 1 combined power is 1. It is homogeneous differential equation. Now if it is homogeneous, we use y equal to vx so that we can separate x and y terms. In fact, x and u terms. So here let y equal to vx. When you differentiate, you get dy by dx equal to v plus x dv by dx. Now, instead of dy by dx, I'll write v plus x dv by dx. I'll write here, this is x minus 2vx upon 2x minus vx. This is v plus x dv by dx equal to x common 1 minus 2v upon x common 2 minus v. X and x gets cancelled. As I said, within 2 steps, some x term should get cancelled. Now, when I take it to the other side, I get x dv by dx equal to, I'll be getting 1 minus 2v upon 2 minus v. X dv by dx would be equal to 1 minus 2v, then minus v into 2, that is minus 2v. V into v would be v square upon 2 minus v. So this would be x dv by dx equal to 1 minus 4v minus plus v square. Have I made any mistake here? This should be.
So the right hand side will be negative first, no? Because if we'll take that term to the right.
Yeah, it should have been negative. Yeah, so this would become v minus 2. I'll say v into v minus 2. So it would be v square minus 2v. So 2v and 2v would get cancelled. I'll get 1 minus v square. I heard some other voice. Whose voice was that?
Rimjim, sir.
Who? Yeah. Who is that? Rimjim. Okay. So Rimjim is also there. My God. Yeah, this is v minus 2. Now, this would be v minus 2 upon 1 minus v squared dv equal to dx by x. Integrate both the sides. Now you would get here, this would be linear upon quadratic. So I need minus 2v here. I'll take v here. I'll write 1 minus v square here. I'll write 2 here. I'll write dv upon 1 minus v square here. And this is equal to log x plus some constant. This is 1 upon 2 into 2v upon 1 minus v square dv minus 2. This would be a square minus x square. So 1 upon 2a into log a plus x upon a minus x. This is log x plus some constant. Now 2 and 2 gets cancelled. This is f dash v upon f of v. So it is half log 1 minus v square minus log 1 plus v upon 1 minus v equal to log x plus some constant. So I'll write here log x into c, or rather I'll say log x plus some constant itself. I'll take this to the other side. I'll get log 1 minus v square. I'll multiply both sides by 2. I'll get 2 log 1 plus v upon 1 minus v. Here I'll take 2 log x, and this would also be in terms of log itself. So I'll write here 2 log c2, some constant. Now this is minus 2 into this. When I take the reciprocal, this would become plus, this would become minus, this would become plus. This goes up, it becomes log of 1 minus v square. Then plus log of 1 minus v the whole square upon 1 plus v the whole square is equal to log of x square. And here I'll get log of constant. Now this is 1 minus v log of 1 minus v square into 1 minus v the whole square upon 1 plus v the whole square. I'll write this as 1 minus v into 1 plus v. So this and this get, this and this gets cancelled. I'll get 1 minus v upon this gets cancelled. And I'll get 1 minus v cube equal to log of x square into constant. Now this would be 1 minus v cube. I'll get 1 minus v the whole cube upon 1 plus v is equal to x square into c. I'll take this as y by x the whole cube. I'll write here also y by x is equal to x square into c. This would become x cube minus y, sorry, x minus y the whole cube upon x cube, and here I'll get x plus y upon x equal to x square into constant. When I take it up, it would become x minus y cube upon x plus y into 1 upon x cube equal to x square into constant. This would become. Can someone verify the answer? Is this x raised to 4 into c equal to this? Can someone verify this answer? Anyone there who can verify the answer?
Sir, it's different.
What is the answer? Can you
Log-
send me a pic fast?
Wait a minute, sir.
Send me a pic of the answer, just of the answer. Can anyone correct me? Where have I gone wrong?
So should I send you the answer?
Yeah. Can you tell me where I have gone wrong? Or am I right itself? Have they written answer in some other form? Yeah, can you please send me the answer a bit fast? It is 2 minus v upon v square minus 1 equal to dx upon x. So this part is correct. Now this part is correct. So I've gone wrong in the calculation somewhere. This would be y minus x into, this is x plus y raised to 3. Have I gone wrong in the calculation anywhere? This is 1 minus v square. Minus v the whole cube. So it is x minus y the whole cube. X square into constant. Where have I gone wrong? V minus 1 minus v into 1 plus v. This is log x minus 2.
So
Yes,
there it would be, you have to multiply by minus 1 by 2 because 1 v upon 1 minus v square. So minus 2v would be the derivative. So here it will be negative.
Didn't get you. What did you say?
In the v upon 1 minus v square, so the derivative would be minus 2v.
Yes. It should have been minus. So this is minus log 1 minus v square. Yes. So this would be log of 1 minus v the whole square upon 1 plus v the whole square, and this would be 1 minus v square, or I'll say 1 minus v into 1 plus v, and therefore this and this gets cancelled. Oh, sorry, this and this gets cancelled, and instead of this would be 1 minus v, this would be 1 plus v cube, and this is x cube into constant. This would be 1 minus y by x. This is 1 plus y by x the whole cube. This would be x minus y upon x. And this would be x plus y up the whole cube upon x cube. Yeah, this goes up. It becomes x cube upon x. Yes. Now this and this gets cancelled. So x minus y equal to x plus y cube into c. Yes, I made this mistake, sign mistake here. Next, the next type is where we'll be using integration factor. Now, how do we use integration factor? There are two types of problems here in integration factor. One is, it is used when two methods fail. One is the first one where you can separate it. Second one, it is not homogeneous. So at that point of time, you have to see whether you can use the integrating factor method. Now, there are two types of problems here. First, the problem would be linear dy by dx plus py equal to q. Second type, dy by dx by dy plus px equal to q. Now here p and q would be in terms of x. Here p and q would be in terms of y. Now integration factor would be, in this case, e raised to p dx. In this case, it would be e raised to p dy, because p and q are in terms of y. Here solution is y into if equal to, it would be q into if dx plus constant. Here solution is x into if equal to q into if dy and plus constant. Here q is in terms of y. So q into if dy. Now I'll take examples over here. These type of sums are easy to recognize. I'll take up question number 7 of question number 6, 7th part. Here, if you observe, y log y into dx upon dy is equal to log y minus x. Now this is not homogeneous. You cannot separate y and x terms here. So the only option is now, this is dx upon dy. Just check when you divide. This should have been dx upon dy. There is a correction here. It should have been dx upon dy. Now when you divide both sides by y log y, you will get dx upon dy is equal to log y upon y log y and here minus x upon y log y. So if you observe here, this would be dx upon dy. I'll bring this to this side. I'll get plus 1 by y log y, and I'll get x here is equal to log y, and log y gets cancelled. I'll get 1 by y here. So this is in this form, dx upon dy plus px is equal to q. Both are in terms of y. In such problem, what you do is you take integration factor first. What is integration factor? E raised to p dx. So in this case, it is e raised to, what is p? Sorry, p dy. So what is p here? 1 upon y log y dy. And now I divide both numerator and denominator by y. I get e raised to 1 upon y. I get log y here. I have divided both numerator and denominator by y. Now derivative of denominator is the numerator. So I'll get here integration factor is e raised to log of log y. Now remember, e raised to log x is x. So e raised to log a is a. Therefore, integration factor is log y. Once you get integration factor, therefore solution is what? It is, first I'll write x into if, x into log y equal to, I'll write here q. What is q here? 1 by y, and q into, I'll write here if. So that is log y, and I'll write here dy plus c. Now, if you observe here, this is the derivative of this term. So this is f dash y, and this is f of y. So you would get here log y the whole, this is x, f of y raised to n, and this is f dash y. So you would get here x log y equal to log y the whole square upon 2 plus constant. Can someone verify the answer here? This is the 7th question. This is there in the miscellaneous part, I guess. Can someone verify the answer? This is dx upon dy in the miscellaneous part.
So it is right.
Right, okay. Next. I'll take up the next type of problem here, where you have question 4, the first part, dy by dx plus y is equal to e raised to minus x. If you observe, it is this form, where p is 1 and q is e raised to minus x. Now, in such case, what is the integration factor? It is e raised to p dx. So it is e raised to 1 dx. It is e raised to x. Now, what is the solution? It is y into if. So y into e raised to x equal to q, that is e raised to minus x, into if into dx plus c. Now this would give me 1. So y e raised to x is 1 dx, x plus c. This is the answer for the first part. Next, for the second part, x dy by dx plus 2y equal to x square log x. Now, here when I divide both sides by x, I get 2y by x is equal to x square log x by x. Now, this is in the form p is 2 by x and q is x log x. So when I find integration factor, I'll write here, this is only when it is, this can be used only when it is linear. So if is equal to e raised to p dx, where this would be e raised to 2 outside 1 by x dx. So it is e raised to 2 log x This would be e raised to log x square. It would be x square because e raised to log of any term is that term itself. Now, once you get this, y into integration factor equal to q, that is here in this case x log x into if, that is x square. So x cube log x dx plus c1. Now this is algebraic, this is logarithmic. So I would get here u into v. When I take here u into v, y x square is equal to, I'll take here isolate. In isolate, log comes first. I'll take log first, integration of x square dx minus integration of x square dx into derivative of log x, and then integrated once again with respect to x plus some constant. So y into x square equal to log x. What is integration of x square? It is x cube by 3. This is minus, this would be x cube by 3. Derivative of log x is 1 by x and integrated with respect to x plus c1. This would give me yx square equal to x cube by 3 log x minus, this is x square by 3. So this would be 1 by 3. X square would give me x cube by 3 plus c1. Can someone verify the answer? Can someone verify the answer? I take up the next problem here, that is activity question number 1. Here dy by dx minus 2 minus y equal to 2x. So p is minus 1 and q is 2x. Integration factor would be e raised to p dx. So it is e raised to minus dx. So it is e raised to minus x. Now y into integration factor, that is e raised to minus x, equal to integration of q into integration factor dx plus constant. Y into e raised to minus x equal to 2 outside, x e raised to minus x. This is exponential. This is algebraic. Isolate, a comes first. So this would be x integration of e raised to minus x dx minus e raised to minus x dx into derivative of x and combine it, integrated once again with respect to x plus c1. What is integration of e raised to minus x? It is x e raised to minus x upon minus 1 minus same e raised to minus x upon minus 1. Derivative of x is 1. This is integration of dx plus some constant. So y e raised to minus x equal to, this would be minus 2x e raised to minus x. This would be 2 into minus would be plus, and here e raised to minus x upon minus 1 plus some constant. So when I take here y e raised to minus x equal to minus 2x e raised to x minus 2 e raised to minus x plus some constant. Can someone verify it? In fact, it is from the activity itself. So yeah, they have divided throughout by e raised to minus x. So it became y equal to, when you divide both sides, you get y equal to minus 2x minus 2 e raised to minus 2, and here plus c upon e raised to minus x, or c into e raised to x, or rather I'll say I'm multiplying throughout with e raised to x. Just one more problem and I'll call it a day. Uh, had I done question number 10th of 4th part? Question number 4, 10th part, had I done it? Question number 4, 10th part, did I do it? Anyone there? Did I do this?
No, sir.
Yeah. So this is P equal to 2 by x and Q equal to x square. So integration fact, I did this, I guess. No? I think I did this just now. E raised to 2. Did I do it? 2 log x. I think I did.
Yes, sir. I checked the number now. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I did this. Any other some is left. Which one is that? Did I do question number 4, the first and the second one both? Yes, I think. Did I do question number 4?
Yes, sir. First and second is done.
Done? Different type. Yeah. Question number 1, the third part, and that is the last sum for the day. Dy by dx plus y equal to e raised to minus x. So P is 1, Q is e raised to minus x. What is the integration factor? It is e raised to p dx. So it is e raised to x. So with this, I put an end to today's lecture. If you have any doubts, stay back. Otherwise, you can leave. Have a nice day, everyone. Anyone who has any doubts, stay back. Anyone who has any doubts, stay back.